Hey everyone, I wanted to give you a quick recipe that you can make that is really good for this time of year, especially when all the colds and flus are going around. This is something that you can take daily to help boost your immune system, and then if you do have something going on, if you get a cold or a flu or something, you can increase the dosage of this to help your body fight it off faster. So what I'm going to teach you how to make is elderberry syrup. And I make this and I store it just in a glass jar, which I just reuse from, I think I had a kombucha in this or something. But I just wash it out and then I store the elderberry syrup in there. It'll last for about 1 to 2 weeks. So if this recipe is too much for what you might go through in about 1 to 2 weeks, then you can always cut it in half and use smaller amounts. So the reason why elderberry is so good is that it actually has natural A, B, and C vitamins in it. And there are Israeli researchers who found that the complex sugars that are inside the elderberries support the immune system. I guess there's some kind of enzyme or something that viruses use to penetrate. The elderberry disarms this enzyme that viruses use to penetrate healthy cells in the nose and throat. So by taking elderberry as a preventative, it can actually help prevent infections in the respiratory tract. And if you take elderberry after you have an infection, it reduces the length of time that the infection is there, and it helps you get better faster. So there was actually a trial that showed 20% of people improved after 24 hours of taking the elderberry syrup every 2 to 3 hours, and 70% of people improved within 48 hours. 90% of people improved within 3 days. And they also had a placebo group who did not show improvement, or they didn't recover for 6 days. So this was very significant, showing that elderberry actually had a very big part in these people having, getting better faster. So I'm going to show you how to make this recipe. I just get these elderberries, which they're organic from their Frontier Co-op, and you can order them online. But these ones are really good because I did like that they were organic. And one thing about elderberry is that they actually are poison to eat. They're not really necessarily poison, but they can actually cause nausea and upset stomach if you eat them just like this. They have to be boiled before they're going to have any benefit and not make you feel sick. So don't worry about feeling sick when you have elderberry syrup, because like I said, once they're boiled, they are okay for the body to absorb. But for some reason, when they're in their raw form, they need to be boiled before they can be consumed. So you're going to put 3.5 cups of water in whatever kind of pot you have, and then you're going to put 2/3 of a cup. So just 2/3 of elderberry in 3.5 cups of water, and you're going to boil it down. And you're going to want to actually boil it for like an hour. So you're going to boil it on high for maybe 15 minutes or so, and then you're going to put the lid on and you're going to simmer it for another hour. So this is going to reduce the liquid in the pot probably about half. So once the elderberries are boiled for an hour, you're going to take something like this to just smash them down. So you're just going to just pulp them out with this, gently just squeezing them. They're going to be a little bit tough still, so just work at it for a few minutes just to get the rest of the elderberry stuff out into the liquid. And then once you have done that, you're going to want to strain it in, just a regular strainer of some sort, and then catch the liquid into another container. Then you're going to add 1 cup of raw honey. So you can use whatever honey you want. I usually get farmer's market honey just because it's more local, but I haven't had a chance to go for a while, so I've just been using this. But I just use an organic honey, and you use 1 cup of raw honey, and then you just mix it up with the reduced elderberries syrup. So it's just the syrup at that point because you've strained the elderberries out. So you're going to add the 1 cup of honey to it. And what some recipes will actually tell you to do is when you're boiling the elderberries to put ginger or clove or cinnamon in it. But instead of doing that, once the liquid has cooled, I actually just add 5 drops of OnGuard because it has the clove, the cinnamon, but in higher concentrations. So when you add it when it's already cooled, it's not going to evaporate out. It's going to stay in there, and it's going to give you all those antioxidants and extra immune support that you're going to need during this cold and flu season. So then all you do is you just mix it up and you just put it in your container and store it in the fridge. And then for when you are going to consume it, you can take some every day. So every day you can take about a tablespoon for adults and about a teaspoon for kids. When my kids start getting something, I will increase their dose from a half to 1 teaspoon every 2 to 3 hours. And for adults, you can do half to 1 full teaspoon every 2 to 3 hours as well when you are fighting something off. So this is just another thing that you can add to your I hope that didn't get cut off. I was getting a call in at the same time. Hopefully this is just something you can add to your arsenal for this period of time when people start getting sick, and hopefully this can help you and your family and the immune system. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are staying healthy.